this is how I went from an 8-year-old who was barely reading at grade level and barely writing at all unless I really sat with her on top of her and, demanded it of her, to being a natural writer who's got 5 full diaries at the moment of a story that she's been writing since the start of the year and is now reading above grade level in just a year. My name is Arub Sakib, and I help mothers homeschool and home birth with joy and ease using a technique known as meridian therapy. And the reason why I use this technique is it always starts with us. The reason why I find normally 99% of the time my kids are struggling is because there's a belief or some kind of stress that I have, which they are literally still umbilically attached to. And the umbilical cord, when it's cut, sure, it physically detaches us from our child, but in many philosophies, including Chinese philosophy, it's believed that there is still an energetic connection to the parent, and whatever it is that I'm feeling, likely chances are I'm making my child feel the same thing. So whenever I sat with my daughter, who's my eldest and the closest to me, who's most likely I'm the eldest as well, I always had this insecurity that I'm never going to be able to get her to read at grade level. I'm never going to be able to get her to understand. And that's because I came from a different country. I came from Pakistan when I was exactly her age right now. Last year, when I was 7/8 was when I was getting assimilated into a new language, into a new culture, and I was literally learning English from scratch. It took me that 6 months. From scratch, I mean the way that it was expected to be taught in the new country, my host country. Before that, I was just learning at the level that I was taught in a standard school in Pakistan, which is fine. And there were different rules and expectations when I came to the UK. And I was expected to catch up within 6 months. I was given an extra teacher and I was given all these extra things to do so that I could catch up. And that fear and that pit of my stomach, insecurity, low self-esteem was still sitting in there like a rock. And I was literally projecting it onto my daughter, like she cannot do English, writing, reading, what have you, spelling, any aspect of it until she is beyond the age where I was when I mastered it. And these are all subconscious beliefs. Nobody goes and says, well, I don't want my daughter to know how to do things before I did. No one in their right mind would ever go ahead and say that. And if I muscle test, this is a muscle test, or this is a muscle test when I push my arm down, when I try to wring my fingers and pull them apart, and I resist. So I can literally test my name. My name is Arub. I'm strong. My name is Sabina. I'm weak. And literally, I can muscle test. I'm okay with my daughter learning to read and write even younger than I was when I learned. Now I'm strong, and before I was weak. So I had to do the entire sequence of tapping, which you can find on my channel. Like, subscribe, comment, sequence down below, and I can share it with you. The entire sequence to be okay with the fact that my daughter is capable and I am responsible, organized, well-equipped enough, emotionally, intelligently, intellectually, to be able to teach her and to be able to guide her, even though I learned at the age she was at to catch up to the level that was expected of me. And lo and behold, she's, caught up, she's enjoying it, she's loving it, she's owning it. I wrote a book too, and I was like between the ages of 13 and 18, I was always writing. So she's like skip hopping right into it. And now that I finally removed my own resistance around it, I found the whole process a lot more fun and enjoyable for both of us.